getting over. It's my time of year. As you know, if you came last night, I did not lead the Bible study on Daniel as I was, coughing and sneezing and continuing to drip. But anyhow, I'm doing some better today. I'll probably need a nap at some point. But, this is sort of the thorn in the flesh, that minor thorn in the flesh, mind you, that many people, compared to many people, that I bear. But anyhow, so I wanted to talk this morning for just a minute about the crosses and all that. I think I've addressed this once before. There's a group from Wisconsin that are filing about our crosses being removed here on federal land and all that. So I wanted to kind of share with you something that many people may not know. And that is, I went to Southern Seminary in Louisville, Kentucky. It has been, an institute. It's the mother seminary of all the seminaries. And we as Southern Baptists came down a line from the Puritans. And Puritans are a bit abrasive towards, the symbol of the cross, just because of some of the other, branches of Christianity, if you want to call it that have gotten a little too, comfort and cozy with Christian symbols, and that sort of supplanting the gaze of God's people instead of it being focused on Christ and the gospel. And so, sometimes, and I'm not arguing today that we shouldn't have crosses in our architecture, all that, or that we shouldn't have them on Bibles, but if you go to Southern Seminary in Louisville, Kentucky, it's one of the most beautiful academic campuses in the world. It was designed by one of the great architects of his day, and in that very kind of Puritan-esque, sort of thinking, you'll find a chapel, you'll find a library, you'll find, classrooms. You will not find any crosses in any of the schematics or anywhere, not even on the steeple. There's no cross that is there. It's not that Southern Seminary is anti-cross. It's been that way for, 100 years. But it was part of that kind of, Puritan thinking. And in a similar regard, like Eastern Orthodox and some of these other denominations, whenever people will line up to kind of kiss the cross, I find myself feeling very Puritan in attitude, thinking, I don't know that I'm comfortable with this, feels very supplanting of it. Again, don't think there's anything wrong with crosses and architecture, not arguing for that. I like the reminder that's there, but again, I want to make the point that the cross must be preeminent in our own hearts and lives. We must be living the cross-centered life first and foremost, before we make kind of arguments for symbols of living that life. So anyhow, that's what's most important and preeminent, and that's my main point today. If you want to be ready, we're going to be back in Luke chapter 18. I almost said Mark because there's also the parable there, or the story of Jesus healing the blind man. And I hope that you'll be able to see what the blind man saw before he gained his sight. So come with us Sunday as we look on down in the passage there to that narrative. All right, a few reminders up and coming here quickly. This Sunday, we'll have the Hot Dog Fellowship at 5:30 p.m. I think the radar's showing that we could possibly have rain this week. We'll still have the Hot Dog Fellowship. It will just be inside the fellowship hall. Have a short devotion there, but it's mostly about us coming together as a church and spending some time with one another. Hope everybody can make that a priority and be to that. If you don't like hot dogs, then you can always eat chips or something, right? Like my son does. It's not about the hot dog as much as it is about being with brothers and sisters at Grace. We have the Next Gen Promotion Sunday coming up May 22nd at 6. That's on Sunday night, so be prepared for that. Our youth are going to be heading out to camp. It's already youth camp time. It's going to be May 30th through June 3rd. Please pray for that. It's a great launch board for them to build together as a community. They had a great time at D-Now. We had a salvation that was there, so that was wonderful. Already thinking about D-Now for next year. D stands for discipleship now, so it's discipleship now. So it's a wonderful thing in their lives. And then their money, if you're a parent watching this, you need to get your money in by May 29th. Our secretary can help you with that. VBS is also coming down the pike, June 5th through 9th, one of the largest outreaches that we have that is very gospel-centered, saturated. So if you're not helping yet, please see Kathy Taylor or Danny Berkner to get signed in and plugged in. There's always places that we need help in Vacation Bible School. All right, that's it for today. Hope you have a great day. Just be in prayer for everything on the prayer list today. Take special note of that. And I look forward to worshiping with you on Sunday. And I hope you enjoy the beautiful sunshine we're having today.